you'll see my partner, DJ Barton, up there at the top of the list. Don't worry, he is not involved in this contest. We are not going to pay him if he is one of the top three leaders at the end. But here's how it works. You, every single time you get someone, you send someone an exposure, a video to watch, and they open it and watch it, you basically get a point. The person with the most points at the end of December, we've got three cash prizes. First place, $150. I say cash. It's an Amazon gift card. $150 Amazon gift card. Second place is a $100 Amazon gift card. And third place is a $50 Amazon gift card. So again, the Ultimate Kickstart Challenge, go into the Rapid Funnels, check it out. You'll see the leaderboard. Hopefully we'll see your name up there very soon. But like Corinne said, it's pretty cool. You're getting paid to get paid because, I mean, what do we do, guys? The more exposures you make, the more opportunity you have to sell a membership. The next contest, the next promotion that I want to talk about is our cruise promotion. As you guys know, we are organizing our very first trip here at Levarti, our very first curated trip. Yes, we're all super excited about that. And by the way, I hope you guys all make a point to join us. I mean, this is where we all come together and really create the culture and get to know each other and really create some lifelong relationships through these trips. But that's going to be in June. We're going to do a 7-day cruise on the MSC cruise line. It's called the Seascape, is the ship that we're sailing on. And what we're going to do is in the month of December, January, and February, someone is going to win a free cruise. Now, here's how it works. All you have to do is sell a membership. Okay. When you sell a membership, you're going to get one entry into the drawing that we'll do at the end of December. So one membership gets you one entry. Every single membership you sell, you're going to get another entry. So the more you sell, the more opportunity you have to win. Okay. So the more memberships you sell, the more opportunity you have to win. And what's cool about it is you've got an opportunity in December, January, and February. So at the end of December, we're actually going to draw two names at the end of December. One person is going to win the free cruise, and one person is going to win a free VIP ticket to our national conference in February, at the end of February. And in January, one person's going to win a cruise and one person's going to win a ticket to our conference in February. And then in February at the conference, we'll draw the third winner for February, and we will give another cruise away in February. So again, guys, I mean, you know, we're calling this No One Left Behind. This is the promotion. It's called No One Left Behind. And that was Corinne's idea. I think it's the perfect name because, you know, so many times these companies, they run promotions and they give away a prize to the winner, right? And, you know, there's so many people working this business part-time. And, you know, it's every single time I see one of these contests, I know probably 90% of the field just checks out, right? They don't think they have an opportunity to win that because they're only working part-time. This is a promotion that anyone can win. All you have to do is make sure you enroll one person. I mean, no matter how part-time you are, if it were me, I would not let December, January, or February go by without at least enrolling one because I know I have an opportunity to win. Now, probably, I was hoping it would be by today, but we're still working on some details, okay? It's not easy putting a big group together for a cruise like this. We're working out the final details. So hopefully next week, we'll have a link up for you guys to go and purchase the cruise, all right? First, you got to put a deposit down. It's $199 per person for a deposit. And then you have some time after that, I'm not sure, to actually pay for the cruise and secure your cabin. Now, if you know you're going for sure, go ahead and purchase the cruise. All right. I know we've got this contest going on, but go ahead and purchase the cruise. If you happen to win in December, January, or February, and you've already paid, we're simply going to reimburse you. Okay. We will reimburse you the price of an inside cabin. That's what the promo is an inside cabin. And by the way, you guys can upgrade, right? For a couple $100, you can upgrade to the other cabins. But the promotion is we're going to give 3 inside cabins away. And again, if you're going to do it, if you're going on the cruise, and I hope you guys will, okay, go ahead and pay for it and get your reps enrolled, get your new members enrolled in December, January, and February, and you've got 3 opportunities to get reimbursed on that. So that's it for the promotions. I want to get right over to our special guest here today, and I know he's on here somewhere. And Corinne, I don't know if you have to do anything for Avery to speak, but Avery Behrens is a gentleman that I've gotten to know over the last several months, and we've been working together. He's been the brains behind our LevartiRx. He's actually the individual that put this program together for us and is now partnering with us at LevartiRx. So if you guys are brand new and you don't know what LevartiRx is, it's another benefit that we're offering our members, whereby if they're part of one of our top tier memberships, they can receive all of their pharmaceutical drugs delivered to their house at no extra cost. Okay, so it's an unbelievable product. There's so many people in this country that could use this product. In fact, the average American is spending about $1,300 per year out of pocket for pharmaceutical drugs. So there's a lot of people out there that we can help with LevartiRx, and he's the brains behind it. So I'm going to call up my buddy Avery Behrens to kind of go over the program with you guys. Avery, are you there, buddy?
Yep. Jake, can you hear me?
I can. We can hear you and see you. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for being here, and thanks for sharing this with everybody.
Yes. Yeah. So as Jake said, we have LevartiRx. I'm very thrilled to be here and kind of go over the program, the X's and O's of the RX program with you all. It's very simple. It's like a Netflix model. It's a small subscription fee. There's 5 categories once you become a member that you get with your Levarti package. The first one is acute medications. So acute medications are immediate need. The perfect example is you have the flu. I know I'm in Ohio right now. It's flu season. You go to the doctor, 10 out of 10 times, the doc writes you a script for an antibiotic, and what happens? You drive straight back to your retail pharmacy that you've always been going to. You take our membership card into all 74,000 pharmacies in America. Doesn't matter if it's CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, a mom and pop pharmacy, or your local grocery store that has a pharmacy in it. You present your LevartiRx card and you're getting that acute medication for free. There's no copay. There's no back billing. I guess I also should have started by saying that this covers the top 90% drugs in America. So we call it a formulary, but it really should be called a hot list. As you'll see, there's 815 drugs. These are what Americans are actually taking. We like to describe it like a roller coaster. You're going up the roller coaster. That's what people are taking. You get to the top of the roller coaster. Those are the most utilized drugs. Then it starts to dip off from there. So we have a pharma economics team that goes over all this data every year. We're constantly adding drugs every quarter. And these are not lost leaders. These are what people are taking every day. Also, these drugs, these are coming from the same manufacturers that you're getting your current drugs at. These are not from a third world country. We're not a compounding pharmacy. We didn't just find these off of a truck on the side of the road. These are coming from the same manufacturers that you're getting your current drugs at. So that's very important to know. The second category that you get once you become a member of the RX program is chronic medications. So we have a 32,000 square foot facility located in Akron, Ohio. These are what we house in the facility, and we send to you free next day through the United States Postal Service, and it gets put in your mailbox. That's very important because it becomes a federal offense if you go into somebody's mailbox, and people are always concerned about, an Amazon driver throwing your package at your garage and it could get lost or stolen. So your medication is nice, safe, and secure. Usually, if you're a chronic user, you're getting a 30-day supply. We actually send you a 90-day supply. At day 70 of your use, we actually reach out to you via text message, 3 times to get a refill, you simply respond Y or N for a refill. If you don't respond in 3 text messages, we actually have a live white coat pharmacist contact you to get your prescription. The third category is OTCs. We have the top 30 over-the-counter medications, 10 of them actually being vitamins and minerals. These are not free. These are just an add-on to the program. The reason for that is if we were giving away free ibuprofen, people would be ordering thousands of bottles, and they'd have a thriving Amazon business off that. So we give these to the member at cost. It's just a nice add-on. Unfortunately, with COVID, we saw that the 2 things that ran off the shelves were toilet paper and OTCs. You wouldn't believe how important OTCs are in the daily health regimen of an American. So we provide those to the members at a savings, great savings. The fourth category, which is arguably the biggest, is diabetes. So the hypothetical situation that I like to share with people is, if there's a family of 100 people, all 100 people are paying the one price. They're all covered. And let's say all 100 people are diabetics. All 100 people that identify as a diabetic are going to get a free Lancet strip glucose monitor solution for free. They're going to get the top 12 oral diabetes medication, metformin, glipizide, all the tongue twister drugs for free the entire time they're on the program. And we have the lowest costing vial of insulin that affects 90% of diabetics at $19.95 per vial. Usually a diabetic needs several vials a month. And I'm sure majority of people on this call saw earlier in the year, the government actually put a cap on insulin at $35. So believe it or not, we actually come under what the government is doing. So it's a tremendous savings for somebody with diabetes. And unfortunately, diabetes is a very manageable disease. But the 2 costs, and this really goes for all the medications that we provide, is it's affordability and access. Now we've completely eliminated both of those.
To hire people to do it.
What was that?
No, hey guys, somebody
mute yourself if you're not talking, please.
Yes.
Start today.
Sorry, I thought somebody was asking the question. So the fifth category, and then we can get into some questions, is pharmacy coaching. So we have 10 white coat pharmacists on staff at all times. We actually have a call center of 42 people. These are not salespeople. They are the front line of our company. They are able to answer any question about the program, send you to any department of the company to assist you. But the 10 white coat pharmacists, we like to call it pharmacy coaching, and they have 2 very important roles. First off, hopefully nobody's ever had to send a prescription from one pharmacy to another. It's very laborious and a pain in the butt. They do that for a reason. The pharmacies don't want you to leave. They want to hold on to that pharmacy claim. So we prospectively reach out to the member. We get your approval to switch your medications over to our facility, and you sit back, relax. We do all that laborious paperwork for you. Now your scripts are coming to you for free next day in the mail. They also do patient assistant programs, which helps with the other 10% of the formulary that we don't cover, which is brand and specialty medications. If you watch TV, it doesn't matter if you're watching a sporting event, a Hallmark movie, the news, you're going to see an advertisement for a drug. Those are brand medications. Those are very, very expensive. Actually, a little fun fact is that the United States is the only country in the world that advertises medications. And also, if you think about it, you see a commercial for a medication, and you can't just go buy it. So it really makes you scratch your head and think, why are they advertising these medications? Well, there's a huge profit on those. For example, Humira, it's $5,000 a month. I don't care who you are, you can't afford that. So usually our pharmacists, they reach out to you. They know that you're on Humira. They put you through what's called a patient assistant program, and 9 out of 10 times we can get you that medication for at least 50% off, or in some cases we can get it for free. Not all the time, but that's the role of the pharmacist and the pharmacy coaches. So that's really the program in a nutshell, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, Avery. I really appreciate that. I got a couple of questions. And by the way, if you guys have any more questions, pop them in here. Let me just let you know that we Avery and I spoke this morning, and we are going to set up like a full training with somebody from the team here that can walk through the program with you and really train you on how to help people, how to assist people, how to talk people, how to actually sell the product to people. But again, I've seen this stat multiple places that the average person, I think, Avery, is spending $1,300 a year out of pocket for medication.
Yeah.
So we can help a lot of people with this program. And just so you know, it is part of two of our top tier products that we offer with the travel benefits, but we also offer it on a standalone basis, and that is now up in the back office as of last week. But let's see here, a couple questions. First off, where is the cruise? The cruise is leaving from Miami, guys, and I don't know. We've got like 4 amazing ports. I forget them all, but wherever they are, it'll be fun. Here's a question from Donna Avery. For Medicare recipients, will this benefit those in the donut hole?
Okay. The donut hole is perfect because, as you know, with the donut hole, those people are paying all out of pocket for those drugs. So yes, this is a perfect product for the people in the donut hole. Now, also, let me backtrack a little bit. This is not a discount card, so I'm sure everybody is aware of like GoodRx and all those discount cards. This is not a discount card. I could bore you for hours about how they're just marketing scams and they don't work. This also is not insurance, so there's no pre-authorization. You can be the healthiest person in the world. You can be the most unhealthy person in the world. You can be 1 year old or 99 years old. As long as you have a name, address, and a credit card, you're accepted. You can be under non-insured. You can have insurance. We see a lot that, people with insurance, about 30 to 40% of pharmacy claims don't even get picked up at the pharmacy counter. And that's because people unfortunately can't even afford the copay. So now we've completely eliminated that. You're getting your drugs, you're happy, you're healthy. And, just in our society, unfortunately with COVID and people can thank Amazon for this as well. We get everything delivered to our door. What we're eating for dinner, toilet paper, you name it. And the last thing that came was prescription meds. So now we've figured out that solution, and we're so used to getting it like that. So people really enjoy the next day for free.
Okay, great. Next question here is this is from Bob. So if a member has LevartiRx, do they then? By the way, I didn't know about the donut hole. That's the first time I'm hearing about the donut hole. That's interesting. I've never heard that term before. I don't know how many people on here knew what the donut hole was, but I, for one, did not. So if a member of LevartiRx, do they then have to choose one of the 5 levels and then pay an additional fee?
No,
go ahead.
No. Oh, sorry. So yeah, once you become a member, you get access to all those. It's not an add-on. You don't pay for the service. You get all of those. So we like to say it's like it's Netflix or whatever streaming service you have. You pay for Netflix, you're getting movies, TV shows, live TV. Same thing with us. Once you become a member, you get access to all 5 of those components.
And just to be clear, guys, it's part of, and I don't know, where you were going with the question, Bob, but it's also part of 2 of our memberships, the first class membership and the Lux membership. It comes with it, right? It's part of it. You don't pay an additional fee. And as I said, as of last week, it is now on the site as a standalone. Okay. So let's just say you're talking to someone, and for whatever reason, there's like 6 people in the world that don't want to travel, I think. But let's just say you're talking to someone who doesn't want to travel, but they do spend a lot of money on prescription drugs. They can get the LevartiRx on its own without the travel. So it's part of the first class and Lux, and then you can get it on its own as well. Let's see here. LevartiRx confirmed our membership covers a household membership. How can we get all of our household members' names on the profile? Okay, so I guess this individual said they confirmed the membership for the entire household. How do we get all our household members' names on the profile as dependents? I guess we'll cover this in our upcoming training, but you may want to talk about that. Do you understand what she's saying?
Yeah, yeah. So once you become a member, there should be a form on the member portal to add in your dependents. So everybody, so just so everybody is clear, even though we're not insurance, the only insurance caveat that we have is what we consider a family is, you know, spouses, husband, wife, and then children up into the age of 26, just like insurance. So if you're over 26, you have to get your own membership, or if grandma and grandpa are living in the house as well, unfortunately, they're not dependents, so they have to have their own membership. But there should be a form on the member portal to add in your dependents.
Okay, and this individual saying that she's got allergies and she's only taking brand medications. What kind of savings on brand medications? I know you already covered that, but you may want to just make it wasn't on. You reiterate that.
Yep. So once you become a member, our pharmacy coaches can reach out to you. They'll ask you what brand medications you're on, and then they're called patient assistant programs. There's a lot of them that we use. They do the paperwork for you. There's a lot of variables that go into getting the discounts for the brands. Unfortunately, I'm not a pharmacist, so I don't know the whole details of it, but they put you through these programs. It takes about a day or two to get approved. Then they come back with the savings on your medications.
Okay. All right, Avery, again, I really appreciate it. And we appreciate all that you and your team have done to help us put this together and launch it and be part of it. And by the way, there's a couple of questions on here about certain drugs. Just go on to the app, go onto the website, and you can search for your particular medication and you'll see if it's there or not. But again, it's about 90% coverage, right, Avery?
Yeah, yeah. So 90% coverage. It's actually more like 92.5%. These are drugs that people are actually taking. So we can say that if you were to go up in a spaceship and look at all the pharmacy claims that are coming out of every pharmacy in America, it doesn't matter the size, the name of the pharmacy, 9.5 out of 10 drugs that are coming out of a pharmacy are on our program and they're free. So once you go into that drug search, we break it down into therapeutic classes. There's 24 therapeutic classes. It's very well rounded. You can also search by brand name. So there's a lot of ways you can find the medications.
Okay, great. And again, I'll get with you later and we'll put together this, sort of detailed training that we talked about this morning and get that going. Maybe we'll do it once a month or something. But
that'd be perfect.
This is such an unbelievable addition to our product line, guys. And I really want everyone to take the time to log into LevartiRx, check it out, understand it, and incorporate it in your conversation. I mean, you're coming across people every single day, I guarantee you, that are spending over $100 a month on their medications that could benefit from us. We just have to open our mouth and tell them about it. And then one last thing I want to say, and we're going to wrap this up. It's going to be kind of a quick call today. But one last thing I want to say in closing is go back to this promotion that we're running right now. Again, by enrolling one member into Levarti, just one member in December, January, and February, you've got an opportunity to win this cruise. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to also, I'm making an executive decision. I know Bart's on here. I don't think he'll mind, okay? I haven't run this by Bart yet, but I'm going to make an executive decision that we are going, since we just listed the LevartiRx as a standalone, okay, again, for people that may, for whatever reason, they don't want the travel benefits, but they spend money on pharmaceutical drugs and could benefit from LevartiRx, we now offer it as a standalone membership. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to include any of the standalone Levarti memberships that you sell. You'll also get a ticket into the drawing for the free cruise. Okay, so it's not just our regular, foundational products, if you will. We're going to add the LevartiRx as well to the mix. So if you sell one of those in December, January, and February, you're also going to get your name in the drawing for those 3 free cruises and an opportunity to win the 2 tickets to the conference in February. And by the way, hopefully, Avery, you can join us in February 23rd and 24th. Love to have you show up and meet some of our top affiliates and talk about the program if you're available.
Well, it's going to be absolutely miserable here in Ohio, so I'd love to be anywhere else.
Well, we'll help you arrange that. But guys, listen, your business isn't going to grow unless you're out talking to people. And we've got an unbelievable opportunity over the next couple of weeks with the holidays. You know, a lot of people go, well, I'll do this after Christmas, or I'll start to go to work after the holidays. I'm telling you, now's the time to start talking to people and telling people about what we do. You're going to be with friends and family, people that care about you the most, people you want to travel with anyway. And by the way, which reminds me, this cruise, when we put the link up next week, we are going to, and we're probably not going to do this on all of our trips in the future, but since it's the first one, we are going to allow non-members to join us. Okay. So if you've got people in your life, friends, family, coworkers, whatever, that are not Levarti members yet, this is a perfect way to talk to them and expose them to what we're doing by, and just invite them on the cruise with us. Now, the non-members are not going to participate in some of the additional extra activities that Corinne is putting together for us on the cruise. That's going to be exclusive for Levarti members, but they can come with us on the cruise, hang out with us, get to know everybody else. And I guarantee you, they'll end up joining Levarti before that cruise is over. And I'll just tell you, in a previous company that I was with, my business partner and I, we had over 30,000 members in our team at this company. All right. And we did curated trips. And the way we built our business for 4 years, we literally averaged about one trip per month. Now, you talk about a fun way to build your business, okay? But just taking people on vacation. So what we would do is we would book a curated trip every month. And I understand we don't have one every month right now, but we've got this one. Let's start with this. We would book a trip every month, and everybody we talked to, we would invite them to come on this trip with us. Okay. We're going on this trip. Why don't you join us? We would go to our friends and family and whoever in our life and invite them on this trip. And it's an unbelievable way to build your business and expose people to Levarti. I mean, I can't think of a more fun way to build your business and get paid than taking your friends and going on vacation, right? So take advantage of this. When the link goes up, go ahead and purchase it. We're going to have, and this is part of the details we don't know yet, but we're going to have limited cabins. We're only going to probably have about 18 cabins that we're going to be able to sell. Okay. So these are going to go quickly. So when the link goes up, make sure that you purchase the cruise. And again, if you win the contest, we'll reimburse you. So I just want to make sure we're all here, and this is going to be the first one. There's only going to be one first. And this is kind of our core group here, the people that are committed to get on these calls every Saturday. This is the core leadership of our company. And I want to get to know each and every one of you, Bart, DJ, myself. I want to hang out with you, get to know you, get to know your families, and really have some fun together. So with that, Corinne, is there anything else you've got in closing here?
No, I think you covered it all, and there was lots of good questions. So we will get all those together. Anything that wasn't answered, we can put together for that training that Avery's going to do. So everything's awesome.
Okay, super. Thank you again for helping us out this morning, and enjoy your cold, rainy Christmas parade. Avery, thank you for being here, buddy.
I also was going to offer in the chat, I can put my email, and if anybody has a question, I'm more than happy to answer it.
I tell you what, here's what we'll do. Just direct those to us. I don't want you to worry about that. Just any questions, direct them to us, and we'll get them on to you, because chances are somebody on our team can answer them anyway, and we don't even have to bother you. So we'll start them. Again, thanks for your time, guys. Have a great